Introduction to Classical Tibetan, Lesson 5-4. We've been over a lot of material so far in this course. We've learned that particles are used to identify different elements of sentences and sometimes indicate the grammatical role that a word plays in a sentence. We've also learned that particles can be associated with single words or with nominal groups. Nominal groups are inseparable units within a sentence. And we've covered the four main types of verbs. The final verb in a sentence determines its overall structure. These are the basic building blocks of Tibetan grammar. Now our task is to learn more about these different building blocks and learn more vocabulary. The 7 Ladun particles have a wide range of uses. They can indicate the direct object of some transitive verbs and verbs of emotion, such as to look at, tawa, to harm, nupa, to have faith, depa, and so on. They can show location in space or time. They can indicate the beneficiary or recipient of an action, and they can turn nouns and adjectives into adverbs. The Ladun particles can also be used similarly to the emphatic particle ni to indicate the topic being discussed. They can also equate two things, they can be used to form compound verbs, and they can be used to form auxiliaries, which we'll cover in Lesson 7. Now let's take a look at a few examples of the various uses of the Ladun particles. Kuncho sumla kyapsu chio. How would you translate this sentence? Take a minute to try to figure it out. Starting with the final verb, we have chi, meaning to go. Now, this is joined to the word kyap, refuge, by the su form of the Ladun particle. Kyapsu chi is a compound verb, go for refuge. This actually has the same meaning as kyapsu dro, which we saw in the examples in Lesson 5. So, kyapsu chi is connected with another Ladun particle to kuncho sum, the 3 jewels. Now, this form of the Ladun particle is showing the location where the going for refuge is happening. So we could translate this as one goes for refuge in the 3 jewels. Okay, let's try another one. Lame gyakar du chu teno. Starting with the verb, we have ten, taught. This is a transitive verb, so we should be able to find a subject marked by an agentive particle. So can you find the subject of this sentence? Lame, teacher. Remember, because the final syllable of lama does not have a suffix, the agentive particle is spelled sa and is attached to the end of the syllable. Okay, so the teacher taught, lame teno. What did the teacher teach? Well, immediately to the left of the main verb, we see chu, dharma. The teacher taught the dharma. But chu here is connected with the du form of the Ladun particle to the word gyakar, India. Again, this Ladun particle is indicating location. Specifically, it's showing where the dharma was taught. So, altogether, this sentence is translated as the teacher taught the dharma in India. Okay, how about this one? Kongyang bula ma shek. Shek means go or come, but it has a ma in front of it, which negates the action. So someone doesn't go or doesn't come. Who doesn't go? Kong, he or she. Next to kong, we have yang, which, remember, means also or even. So we can say, even he doesn't go. And what we're left with is bula. This is showing where he doesn't go, to Tibet. Even he doesn't go to Tibet. Feel free to go back through these examples if they don't make sense the first time around. Okay, let's try one more before we wrap up for today. Nel giorba dedak ni sam gompa la shu so. Now this sentence is a little longer, but we can break it up into parts. So starting with the final verb, we have shuk, stay. If we scan this sentence, we see a ni particle, which clearly marks the subject for us. Nel giorba dedak, those yogins. So far we know those yogins stay. Now immediately to the left of shuk, we have a ladun particle. So we can be pretty sure that this is indicating where the staying happens. So what do we have left? Sam gompa. And remembering that sam means or, we now know that the yogins stay at or in one place or another. So we're left with sam, meaning retreat, and gompa, monastery. And notice that sam, gompa are two places, but there is only one ladun particle. We can distribute the la over the sam here and read the sentence like this. Those yogins stay in the retreat or in the monastery. Notice that even though there is just one la, when we translate this into English, we can write in twice. Again, as you work on the homework exercises for Lesson 5, pay careful attention to the ladun particles. Try to identify each use of the ladun particle as you work through the sentences, as this will help you as you try to translate. And as always, if you have any questions, please ask on the discussion board.